life is a game, and I'm gonna share you my experiences, why I think this, and how I live that I'm thinking that life is a game. So, this is my second episode of Late Night Deep Talk. At night in the middle of the forest. Maybe it's creepy, but I like it, and I want to share some deep thoughts and deep words with you. So, let's dive into it and about the part of that life is a game. I think the started in my head around 6 years ago something. I think I was 15, I'm not really sure. And I was never this gamer, this pro dude playing Fortnite or whatever. I was into chess, for example, or also a little bit in Clash Royale, if you know it. Clash Royale is also pretty nice because it's also with strategy, but I don't want to make promo right now. I just want to tell you why I saw this similarity with life in the games. And so I tried this new game like when I was 16, and the game was something like a structure where you had to go into the forest, then cut some trees, then I don't know, just make the wood fresh, and then you had this wood, then you could sell the wood, and it was like a company game. So it was really like life when I think about it, just a little bit more easier, because you had the steps, you had to cut the trees, then you had some people planting new trees to get more wood, then you had some people delivering the wood and something like this. I think it's just a little system with a few parts of it, and I really want to talk about why I think that this is life. Because when you check out your life, definitely there are many different things you're experiencing every day. It's the same with me. But when I think about it, everything is a challenge, and everything you accomplish finally is like a level up. And I don't want to say that gaming is always the same, because when I think about it, always leveling up and doing the same stuff just for dopamine in this way, it's definitely also not really cool, and maybe after a few hours or something boring. So I think that life is pretty good, because it's like playing with a few more benefits, because you have more responsibility. I mean, if you lose in a game or if you die in a game, whatever, then you can restart, and then that's it. You don't get the reward, but you don't have any consequences. But for example, you've seen me in my first videos driving car. When I'm not on point, when I'm just focusing on a video or not watching the street or whatever, then I could get into an accident and die, for example. That's a consequence. And so I think that life is definitely a game with more responsibility, because when you think about the normal life and the normal stuff you're doing, I think there are always some things. There are something like levels in games. For example, you have to stand up, you have to get to the bathroom, make yourself fresh, then you have to go to a job, for example. And this is also something I thought about. This is like a game, because it's so crazy. When I got into this adulthood like 3 years ago, when I dropped out of school with 18, and then my responsibility as an adult started. So this was the beginning of understanding what life is, and I was pretty surprised how simple everything is if I just understand how it works. For example, the financial stuff, how to start a bank account, how to do my tax stuff, and everything like this. And when I really think about it, it's definitely kind of complicated, but in general, you just have to learn something. You have to get to Google and maybe do some research to understand what's happening. But afterwards, if you really get into these topics and stuff, then you can get a pro, and then you can grow, and then you can solve this level in your life. For example, doing taxes or something. I watched some videos on YouTube. I read some articles about it, and I talked with a few friends, with a few family members, for example, and then I more and more understand what taxes are. But I don't want to talk about taxes right now. It's just one example to tell you why I think that life is a game. And I think it's the same with making money. So I started my company with two friends, and at the beginning it was sometimes something like, yeah, also like a game, because we just started by trial and error. We did some things, and when I think about it, they were also so crazy and absurd things. When I think about it, I'm just laughing because it was so fucking weird. For example, yeah, we did influencer marketing. So we built products with influencers. It was pretty nice. For example, we also built a video course to help people to get better in school. And yeah, for example, one crazy step or one side quest, however you want to tell it in my game language right now, was, for example, I think I called about 50 different schools in Germany to ask them if they want to get this video course to help the pupils to get better grades. It was so weird just to call these schools, and they were like, "Who are you? Okay, you dropped out of school." No, I didn't tell them, but it was pretty weird because I was this 18-year guy and just called the schools and wanted to convince them that they need our video course. So I think this was a pretty crazy side quest. And when I think about it right now, it was pretty funny, but it was not really beneficial. But why am I telling you this stuff? I think this is just a different level. This is just a different level in this big game called life. And yes, then we started, we did some right things, we repeated the right things, and right now we're a good company. We have some employees, and I like it because it's like a system that built up and really feels like a game. It feels like a big game. You have the responsibility because it's about money. So if you make mistakes, then you can lose money, or you can really get some problems if you don't do your taxes right, for example. But yeah, it's pretty funny and also maybe a little bit unresponsible when I think about it. But for me, it's everything just a game. I mean, I want to do the best out of it. That's why I take responsibility, and that's why I try to be the best in it. But at the same time, everything is just something. Everything is, yeah, one big thing I'm working on, and then I want to get a goal. I get the reward. For example, the reward is this time skills. I learned so many things. For example, I learned how to call schools, whatever. I don't think I need a skill, but I think it's pretty nice to talk to strangers and to, yeah, just get better into selling things, for example. But when I think about it, what else is a reward? Definitely money. So it's a big game, the company, and when I do something right, then I see some numbers in the bank account, and if I do something wrong, then the numbers drop. Something like this is also part of, yeah, that's why, yeah, I think it's just the part how or the way I want to prove you that life is in general a big crazy game, and you can play it. Maybe you have to learn some rules, for example laws, and for example some strategies and skills. Then you know how the world is running and how everything works. But if you really get into it, and if you just try to get better in it, then you will grow. And for example, also this YouTube video, it's like a game. It's like a side quest. I was laying in bed and I was pretty tired, but then I realized I want to do this video. I just like this feeling when I see that people are appreciating my content, that people are, yeah, happy seeing my videos, and I give them benefit. And that's what I want. And that's why I thought, okay, let's do this crazy side quest. Let's just get up, get into the forest, get this ring light with me, and now I'm doing this video right here. So this is also kind of wild. And I think this is also funny because you can get so creative in life. I think there are some laws and some rules in general, but if you think about it, you're most of the time free. You can do whatever you want to, especially when you're 18. Because I think before you have to go to school, your parents say what you should do and things like this. But afterwards you're really free. And the first moment I really realized that I'm completely free was in October, I think so. It was my first time traveling completely alone. I went to Stockholm, and I really had this realization that I'm completely free in my actions. I can do whatever I want to. So I was in my apartment and I worked a little bit on my laptop, and then I stopped. I went to the gym, and then I thought about what should I do, and everything was open. maybe I can go into the city, do some sightseeing, maybe I can just go into my room and meditate, or playing games, watching YouTube, playing chess, whatever, ordering food. And this is also funny. I think I spent about 1,000 euros in 1 month just for ordering food. It's a bit dumb, but yeah, it was a pretty nice experience to just see how free I am. And I think this is also life. This is the life. And this is also funny because I think what you can learn about games is also that you earn money as a reward, and then you can spend money to just make your life better, or just get, for example, in a video game, different skins, better upgraded weapons or whatever. So just minigame weapons to don't mess around with the algorithm. But yeah, if you really think about life, everything is a game. You can't just get some money and then you can make your life better. You can get better food, you can travel around, you can get better clothes or whatever, and you're so fucking free. I love this. And this is why I think that life is a game. So I really want to know what you think. Do you also think that life is a game, or are you more into this, I don't know, just thinking that life is something else? I'm not really sure how to say it, because I think we created games in our life. So I think life is the original and the game is just a copy or something. Maybe it's a matrix, maybe it's just a copy of our life simulated in the computers. But I think you can learn so many things about games, and then you can start to get better in life, and you can improve, and then we can grow. So this is my message for today. Stay tuned for the next late night deep talk, and please give me feedback. I need your feedback. Just write down right now what you think about it. If you also have this feeling that we're in a game, in which level you are, whatever. I'm curious, and have a great night.